Hello and welcome back to the Xpert 11 Road to Glory series, where in the last episode we managed to beat FK Svajic and go top of Division 1B. In this episode we're in the 5th round of the Ultimate League Cup, taking on Division 2 side Donbass Revenge. It's not going to be an easy one, but we want to go as far in the cup as possible. Ideally I want to try and make it to the last 16 at least, so we need to be able to beat Donbass Revenge. So without further ado, let's take a look at their squad. Donbass may be in Division 2, but they're a very strong squad, if ageing really. This team was in Division 1 a few seasons back, and is actually a team we played a friendly under a previous manager 10 seasons ago. Yes, that long ago. They were a very well built team under their former manager, and they progressed 2 new levels to right all the way to Division 1, although they only lasted a single season before dropping right down again. But still, they have plenty of quality. Jakob Outstrand is a player that the current manager brought in to add some quality to the back, and he is their best defender. Johnny Sheldon, also a very good defender in there as well, while in midfield the likes of Stevie Phelps, Asdrubal Lucina and Bernard Sprong make up the midfield, although Blackbeard and Maurice Barnard are pretty good players too. Cristobal Gama is their main striker up front, and will be the only Uber striker they can play against us because Victor Kindland is currently injured. Knight's squad is still a strong one ourselves though. We can be able to go toe to toe with this team. We are a division ahead of them after all, but it's not going to be easy by any means. Knight's squad is very familiar obviously. We have several players who are on 2 yellow cards. Both strikers, Raymond Hargreaves and Pim van der Kruis, all currently on 2 yellows, and they need to be very, very careful. Otherwise it could spell curtains for us. Knights line up in a 4-5-1 formation with Ant Connolly in goal. A back four Pim van der Kruis, Ibrahim Qamara, Aquila Santa Maria and Devin Reilly. Midfield Pierre Of Hesslink, Azrat Zari, Ray Tataw Eta, Alvito Roma and Raymond Hargreaves. Up front we're playing Ian May on his own. Meanwhile Donbass Revenge have Nozet Negredo in goal. A back four of Chuck Hedden, Robbie Glass, Jakob Outstrand and Johnny Sheldon. Midfield Maurice Barnard, Blackbeard, Bernard Sprong, Stevie Phelps and Legolas Trollberg. What a name that is. Up front Cristobal Gama on his own. On the bench Bert Ola Starlander, Hilario Raposo, Abe Andrews, Asdrubal Lucina and Ivan Seleznev. Right then, let's go live to the Xpert Arena, pitch 243 for the match. Knights are in the red and yellow strip, then play from left to right. Donbass Revenge are in the white strip with the giant pink R on it and are playing from right to left. They've used a multitude of different types of kits since Andreas took over them. Andreas himself has actually played in the Ultimate League top flight before with a side named Berlin Capitals, but that was a very, very long time ago now. In the other matches in the cup, we can see some interesting ties. An all Ultimate League champion tie between Spirit of Shankly and Grand Rapids FC. Other ties we can see are George Best 11 and Sporting Lisbon take on each other in an all Northern Irish derby. Steppenwolf Suckers are against AFC Canterbury. Bangor Galacticos are the opponents for Sharks United. Promising side ASM Angels are in the cup, as we can obviously see that Steppenwolf Suckers are already behind in the cup. That's the interesting thing to see there, as we have a card in the 11th minute. Azrat Zari has been yellow carded for shirt pulling. Goals flying in everywhere around the other games we can see down in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, but the reaction here so far is 0-0, but Donbass has the first chance of the game. It's Blackbeard! As blocked by Ant Connolly. That pirate could have got nowhere near Ant Connolly's save, and Blackbeard will lament his lack of balance and having lost an arm and having it replaced with a hook. And now we have a thick head on goal by Pierre Of Hesslink, and here's the crossbar. 38 minutes played, and it's 0-0 between Knights Sidonia FC and Donbass Revenge. As we can see that Sporting Lisbon are ahead against George Best 11 as Johnny Sheldon, and it scores! No! Johnny Sheldon has given Donbass Revenge the lead and is going to potentially put Knights Sidonia into the cup unless we can find an equaliser. That is the end of the first half, and after the first half Donbass have had a bit more possession really. They've had 2 chances compared to our 1, and that means that ultimately they are going to be going through to the 6th round at this rate. This will be the first time that we've lost to a side from a lower division than us. We have never been knocked out when we've been in a higher division than the side. The only time we've lost in the cup is when the team is in a higher division than us. Anyway, enough of all that waffle. Let's go into the second half. Celso Motors on for Ian May. Bring on the cavalry, trying to get that equaliser and maybe even a winner. If not, we can take it to extra time. There's a free kick here by Pierre Of Hesslink! As nowhere near the goal. Pierre Of Hesslink trying his luck against Norzit Negredo in the Donbass Revenge goal, but no avail. It is still 1-0 to Donbass Revenge, and Knights are running out of time to find this equaliser. As we can see a card here, Celso Motor has been booked. That is bad. He was already on 2 yellow cards, and now Celso Motor is going to miss the second game against FK Svaj Cernica, as Ivan Selesnev is on for Cristobal Gamez. As Jubel Lucino on for Legolas Trollberg. They've weakened their attack but strengthened their midfield in the process. And here's Stevie Phelps. And the ball sails over the crossbar. An ambitious effort from Phelps there, but it did not trouble Connolly in the end. Knights have a chance here. It's Ray Tataw Eta! Norzit Negredo has saved it. So it is still 1-0 to Donbass Revenge, and time is fast running out. Another chance. Celso Motor! And missed the goal by a hair's breadth. Only so long to go now, and that is it. Knights of Sardinia FC are out of the Ultimate League Cup in the 5th round. Well short of the targets I was expecting to try and achieve this season in Division 1 side. But Donbass Revenge stood up to us and have beaten us. Well done to them. Donbass were really well matched against us, really. We had about 4 chances compared to their 3. It was a pretty even game overall, although they had slightly more possession. Pim van der Kruis was the man of the match for us. Jakob Elstrand was the man of the match for them. But alas, another cup run comes to an end, and that is Knights' second defeat of the season. Our first was against Shark United. Now this cup exit is only our second defeat of the season in all competitions, and that means that we are out. Nothing more to say really. It was quite an even game really. Donbass tried to mark Celso Motor because they were apparently afraid of him. I had a few conversations with their manager on the tactics themselves after the match, and we concluded a multitude of things really. It also demonstrates the fine margins of the tactics at this level of play. Donbass were originally going to go for a 5-4-1 and then changed their mind to a 4-5-1. And they were also considering marking Alvito Roma, but then decided that they would mark Celso Motor instead. Fortunately, that helped because we didn't even start Motor, so Motor was not effectively marked. Unfortunately, he did come on in the second half and got booked, so that kind of backfired really, and now we're out the services of Celso Motor for the home game against FK Svaj Cernica, a team we're going to look to do the double over and hopefully keep our spot as top of the league. Anyway, let's see the team of the week. Team of the week for the cup is Kjell Ake Kronholm of Glorious Bastards in goal, a back four of Theo Normqvist, Mighty Athletic, Arndt Muse, Steppenwolf Suckers, Gennaro Pasotto, Kyoto's Killers, and Richie Townsend, Rocker Bocker. In midfield, Cuthbert Nugent, George Best 11, Jake Noir, Falkirk Flyers, Ross Parker, Glorious Bastards, and Patrick Wendell, Glorious Bastards. Up front, Hugo Wyatt, Sporting Pisabon, and Arbin Just, Kyoto's Killers. And so another cup run comes to an end. It is now turning to our attention to the league as we take on FK Svaj Cernica in our own backyard. See you guys then.